All right, guys, one more video. This is going to be tactics and strategies. So just, I don't know, a couple of points here. I just lost my thing. How was that? All right. You course out a plan, right? Think about what you've got in your group. Think about, how fast will you be traveling? How much endurance? How much time do you have? Do you want to be taking on more challenging hills? Do you want to be taking on pretty flat terrains? And I really encourage you to get a plan, but also, you're going to figure out as you go kind of what the terrain really looks like. So you're not really going to know what's happening until you're in the thick of it, but you will be starting here. One thing to think about is hit things as you go, right? So if I was going to go to maybe 13 or 35, maybe I would take the 3 up for a little bit on the road, because I know that's a road. Pop over, get the 9, maybe pop over, get the 15, maybe get the 13, because you got a little bit more contour going there, maybe a bit more of a hill. Maybe get the 35 on my way to 5. So you can knock out multiple steps on your way there. And you may just have to kind of figure it out. So if you're at 9 and you figure, okay, maybe I want to go to 13, does it make more sense to hop back on the road, get some clear path, and then back up to 13? Or maybe if it's trudging, maybe it's a good path, right? That's where you'll be at 9. You'll have to say, okay, what does this look like? Does this look realistic, or what's my best plan here? But use the map, use the key to kind of figure out what your terrain's going to look like, and then have a plan that way. You're going to be out there for 3 hours, right? So I would say really give yourself more time coming back than going out. So maybe you have a plan for about an hour, see where you're at, but you want to give yourself more than you need in terms of time coming back. I'd almost go like 1 hour out, 2 hours back, or make your plan 1 hour out to come back, start heading back. You will inevitably find things. Oh, maybe let's hit 35 real quick. You will find things, right? Maybe think about doing a loop, right? So there's a loop, maybe kind of, but or maybe you want to go all the way out, come back a different way. I mean, you got to kind of see what your pacing's like. But you cannot be late. So make sure you get back on time. They dock you points if you get back late. There'll be a lot of people, at least in my experience, there'll be a lot of people kicking out at the at the start. So you want to avoid going where everyone's going, particularly if it's like an easy one, and you can always hit that stuff on the way back. There's going to be people, waiting in line. You don't want to be in a position where you're waiting in line to punch your map, because that's wasted time. So if it's something maybe like that, maybe that makes more sense to hit on the way back, right? Just thoughts there. Again, point values further out, the more points they're worth typically. So it doesn't make sense to kind of shoot one out and then come back. We did that, I think, one time pretty successfully. Or is it maybe to make sense to have a cluster, maybe some of this stuff, 31s. You can maybe get more bang for your buck by going close than really going for it on the outer skirts. Distance, yeah, there's the other thing, is just think about, how far do you think you guys can go? It can be particularly if you're going through more rugged terrain, it's going to slow you down. Just one other point I will throw out here, just a tip. The descriptions here, they talk about, different types of features, right? So here's a boulder cluster, or, this is something between 2 boulders, or junctions, road junctions, right? Any of these where the lines connect, those are road junctions. So they give you some clues as to where the control point be. It's going to be like this sort of box, orange and yellow box kind of floating up there. And then you just go to where that's based, and you punch your deal there. So have a look at these ahead of time. The hill on top, that's a good example. Shooting platform, right? So you're going to think, okay, that's going to probably be a gun range, or wherever that is. I think that's over here somewhere. So have a look at the map. You'll have time to study it, come up with a good plan, and get the kids involved to really, have them think critically about how they can, make the plan and execute on it. All right, that's all I got.